Allow me to thank the chair and ranking member and the witnesses today. Sir, I want to thank you and the GAO for doing some good reports about CDFIs. And the GAO did a report, as you noted, that found that collateral restrictions, well, let me put it like this. Did the GAO report find that the collateral restrictions discourage some non-depository CDFIs from joining the Federal Home Loan Bank?
Yes, that's correct. We interviewed Federal Home Loan Bank officials and interviewed individual CDFIs and asked them about the range of challenges they face in not only joining, becoming members of the Federal Home Loan Bank system, but also obtaining advances, low interest rate advances, to help finance some of the economic development activities that they undertake. And one of the leading issues or challenges to obtaining advances was that CDFIs didn't have the eligible collateral. They tend not to hold mortgage-related assets. They'll hold small business loans, for instance. And so they're not subject to the same exception that some smaller banks enjoy under the Federal Home Loan Bank system.
What good for community development could come if CDFIs were allowed to pledge non-mortgage collateral?
So in theory, it should expand their capacity to lend for the CDFI purposes of community development. And the Federal Home Loan Bank advances are a good source of capital financing assistance for these institutions. So it should expand their capacity.
So me and my Republican colleague, Steve Stivers of Ohio, have a bill called the Small Business and Community Investment Expansion Act of 2015, and we're looking for co-sponsors. Thank you. Anyway, Ms. Ramirez, thanks for your excellent work. And I'm glad to have a chance to talk to you about affordable housing. I know in my own district, we got a lot of problems. I'm sure you're not surprised. Experts say that about 80% of families earning below $30,000 a year pay more than half their income in housing. There's a shortage of more than 7 million affordable rental homes at low income. Nationwide, only 1 in 4 eligible families receive housing assistance. And in my own town of Minneapolis, St. Paul area, there's more than 14,000 families on waiting for housing assistance. Can you talk about the critical role that HUD's public and Indian housing plays in providing affordable rental housing for the lowest income Americans?
Thank you very much, Representative Ellison, for your question about the importance of continuing to preserve and expand affordable housing. As it relates to the Office of Public and Indian Housing, one of our core goals and priorities is to ensure the preservation of existing resources because, as you pointed out, there is a growing need. In fact, we are at this point in time, we are only able to serve 1 in 4 income-eligible households. Beyond the core public housing and housing choice voucher programs, many investments also have occurred in the redevelopment and creation of mixed income communities by public housing agencies in partnership with HUD and other public and private developers or partners. Specifically, I think that it is important for us to continue to invest in the Choice Neighborhoods initiative that has demonstrated successful models to redevelop and attract private investment.
Thank you, ma'am. And I just would like to ask you to offer your views on this issue. Sometimes in this body, we talk in terms of cultures of dependency and how HUD programs and programs like it create dependency and thereby somehow harm low-income people. But my experience has been that when people get an opportunity for some housing assistance, that puts them in a position to really move on to more self-dependence, independence. Do you have any views on this issue?
Representative Ellison, I completely agree with you. I started my work in public housing working at Imperial Courts in South LA, leading a program called the Jobs Plus National Demonstration Program. And I saw firsthand that families desire and are working to improve their lives. And if appropriately supported and provided with the resources, they will take advantage of that. And in fact, the Jobs Plus National Demonstration Program, which ran over 5 years, is an evidence-based program that demonstrated that investing in families, providing greater opportunities to jobs, and creating a community that supports work has an impact in improving the quality of life and the trajectory for families. So I think it is important to acknowledge that the housing programs that we provide are not being just simply delivered to families. Families are actively engaged in improving their lives.
I have to yield back now, but I want to thank you both for being awesome public servants.